Hello everybody. For this video, this is the third video that I wasn't going to actually make, but I went into the Minecraft world and I looked and I just thought, why not? Like, there's a lot of unfinished stuff, so I just thought I would sort it out, So I started off by sorting out the downstairs toilet and like adding floor to it. That took a while for some reason. It just kept like lagging or whatever. And then I did the underneath of the stairs. There is a basement, but I'm not going to do anything with the basement because I don't need to. I then put that rug back where it came from, and then I started adding small bits of like decor to the rooms. So I started off with the main bathroom, the family bathroom, by just adding like I think one thing that fitted like on the side, and then I grabbed some toilet roll and a dressing gown to put up, because I don't know if that's like a normal thing people keep in their bathroom, but it seemed kind of weird. And then I added some sort of like towel holder, but that was about it that could fit. So then I moved over to the mum and dad's bathroom. So I basically did the same thing. I got what, I don't know what that even is, like some sort of like holder for the shower gel or whatever, the shampoo, and then some sort of like shelf, but it wouldn't actually let me put anything on it, so that was actually a bit of a waste. And it's literally in the way of the door as well, so they open the door and they're just walking into a shelf. And then I put like some sort of like cabinet in there, I guess, to keep like plasters or I don't know, spare stuff. And I added some mirrors because I forgot about that. I let the main bathroom have a fancier mirror because I guess more people would be using it. And then I started decorating the sort of corridor part outside the bedrooms on the upstairs. So I tried to just put quite simple artwork with like a white canvas, not a canvas. What's the word? I don't know. But whatever goes around a painting, a frame. I tried to add quite pale frames, and I just sort of picked a few pictures. I did change some of them around because some of them looked weird. Some of them like were too small, sort of, or they didn't sort of fit the vibe because I wanted it to be more sort of not like super fancy upstairs, but still quite nice looking, like it would just in a house. So I did that. I added some downstairs with some darker wood. And these, I guess, could be like distant family members on those pictures. And then I just kept looking for pictures that sort of fit the vibe. I actually use a lot of pictures in this video, but yeah, because I don't really use stuff. I normally don't furnish a house this like deeply in real life, so I sort of did it. I added a mirror because I felt like in real life you'd have a mirror, I feel like, in the hallway, you know what I mean, to like check before you like leave the house or go downstairs. And then in the office, I added a green screen, like a pretend green screen, because I felt like if that's his office and that's like where he does his work, they might need to do like some sort of video thing, and I thought maybe a green screen would be good for that. So I did that, and I added a little light to light him up when he's in the middle of his video call, and I just thought that sort of looked well. For this, I spent a lot of time changing it because I sort of wanted it to look a certain way, but it didn't fully work. So I started off by adding a blue and red painting, which I didn't really mean to add, but it looks okay, so I kept it. And then I got a little cabinet thing and, you know, put different stuff on the side. But then I realised you can't put anything on top of the cabinet. So I sort of got a little like bedside table thing and put it there, and then put the music thing on top of that. And then I thought about adding a chair to the corner, but it wouldn't fit. I don't know if it was because of the door or what. So it just didn't look right. It wouldn't sit like diagonally. So yeah, I wanted it to like look a bit weird, but yeah, so I just messed around with this chair for a while to try and figure out if it was a chair problem or if it was a room problem. And then I added just normal decorations. But yeah, I kept like adding stuff and then deleting it. So this bit takes a while to sort of get through. Because then I realised I didn't add a wardrobe. And you sort of need a wardrobe. So then I went back and deleted all that and added a wardrobe. But I thought it all looked okay. But I don't know, it's hard with basegame to sort of make certain things look good, because, you know, it's just quite a base game. It's kind of basic, which is fine, but it's kind of hard when you look at like other videos and like they're like building stuff that like I can't build. So, and then I get rid of the mirror because I was like, surely that mirror's in the way, and I move everything up, and it doesn't really look good. It doesn't really it just sort of looks weird, and I try and put a light in between and it doesn't let me, even though there's plenty of space in reality to put a light there. And after, thinking about it, I ended up putting the two wardrobes like on the opposite sides of the room, just because it sort of ends up looking better than just having two random wardrobes, next to each other, because in real life they'd like connect and like fit the same way, but in The Sims they're just separate objects next to each other, so they don't even like link or anything, which I feel like it's very like unrealistic. In real life you'd have them sort of completely next to each other. So I put that one there, the red one, and then I move the blue one, and then I get rid of the little mirrors and add a big one again. And then by the side of this one I add some different things to sort of like make it fit more, even though like the clothes should logically be in the wardrobe and for some reason they're just out there. I just liked how it looked, and I was just sort of trying to fill space. I found this little hobby room to be like okay, so I didn't do much with it. And I added this thing behind the sofa because I just felt like maybe that's like sort of maybe the appropriate place for something quite big. And then I spent a load of time trying to put all of this together. It doesn't even look, yeah, it's okay. And it doesn't look that good. Like, I mean, it looks fancy, but it also just looks kind of yucky. I guess because it's like quite dark and like brown. Because for some reason, instead of just going dark, I just decided to just go straight to brown. And brown, I feel like just isn't a good colour. So that's the issue. And then I put that there, and it sort of looked okay. I picked like a colour that was like a bit rare, I guess, like less grey, more black or white. And then I added some windows. I didn't actually do the outside of the house because I can't do outsides of houses. I find it too difficult. And yeah, so that was one big window, because I felt like in the living room you need a big window, so a big window made sense. And then I moved on to adding some curtains, but the thing is, like, the curtains are difficult because I don't use curtains in real life, like when I play Sims. So it's like, I don't know what curtains sort of work well. And also, all these curtains look gross. I should have picked a different colour, but I didn't think of it. So it's like a weird, like, red, brown, orangey, gross colour, but I guess it fits with the vibe. But it's gross. And then I struggled with trying to find a table that fit under the TV. Because I was planning on putting like a coffee table. Like, is it a coffee table? No, not a coffee table, but I was thinking of putting coffee on the table for like guests when they came over. But none of the things worked. And I think it was because the TV was above, and I probably should have put the TV down on a sort of like a normal TV, like on a TV stand, and then put stuff on the table, but it didn't work. But in my head it made complete sense, but I just couldn't do it, so that's unfortunate. I even tried like a little desk to put the coffee machine on, and it still didn't work. So I don't know if that's like a me issue, or if that's like, I don't know, it just, nothing seemed to fit on the tables, and it's like, it's a table, surely everything should fit on a table. But apparently not. Apparently nothing fits, because that fits on a table, all these little bits fit on. So, you know, I don't know, I just wanted to like fill the space with something nice. And then I put a plant and made it a bit of like an orangey dark colour. Yeah. And then I went on to the baby room and added a bit more to like stuff. I added this like nappy changing area. I just put some random bits on the wall, like as if like the kids had just grabbed stuff and just put them up, because I just thought it sort of looked quite cute. Some of these lights didn't really work. They sort of didn't match. I don't know. So I made a few and then I got rid of them because it sort of just didn't look right. I didn't really like it. And I thought, you know, it should look better than that. So then I added some like wine stuff to the kitchen in the corner, because I don't like taking up too much like counter space for the Sims. So I just like hide stuff in the corner. And then I went back to the kids' room and just added little paintings and like a height chart and just like little things kids I think would want, like little toys and little dinosaurs, a little tree, fairy lights, all that stuff. And then I moved on to this like awkward wall opposite the kitchen and next to the downstairs toilet, and I believe I add some sort of painting to the wall just to fill the gap, because all this video is me just filling gaps in the wall. And I think I do a similar thing on this wall. I add like the same paint in 3 times in 3 different colours, because it's sort of just, I feel like in a way it looks better to have some of them look in a certain way. Because I feel like fancy places have that, where it's like the same thing multiple times but just in different colours. And then I was going to add loads of stuff here, but then I saw there was like a drinks cabinet, and I thought that's like good for like dinner parties and stuff. And for some reason I put those pans over there. And then I added some stuff to like the walls in between to sort of just like fill a gap. And then I remembered that I never finished this bedroom. I also can see now that I also didn't finish the floor, because where the bedside tables are, there's no floor, and I can't remember if I actually sorted out the floor or not, but it's fine, it doesn't matter. And then I just filled in the wall with some basic grey colour, and I added a TV, I'm pretty sure, and just a few more decorations, so the person who will stay here feels more welcome. And I actually, at the end of this video, let Anastasia, the girl, come into this house, and as soon as she comes in she does something really stupid, so you should all wait or just skip to the end and see that, because that was really annoying. So yeah, and I also didn't like save the game before I did it, so that's just how it is. So I just saved the game and left, because I just can't deal with this sim. Like, sims are so stupid. It's like you give them something nice and they kick off about it. And then I added another type of painting. Can't tell really what it is, but some sort of like old-fashioned thing. And then I probably should have added that wreath, because it could have been like Christmassy. I didn't think about it. So instead I don't even know what I added. I maybe didn't even add anything. Yeah, I added just like random clutter on top of the fireplace, which is probably like a hazard because it's a fireplace, but it's fine. No one uses fireplaces in 2023, so no one's going to use it, so it's fine. And then I added some bits to all of the bedside tables, and I added some blue boxes, like presents, to this room, which makes no sense, but I liked how it sort of matched the colour, so I just kept it. And then I added a little bag to the floor, because I felt like maybe someone would do that. And then I did a little bit in the guest room, but I didn't really like it. I should have just left it, but I just wanted to add stuff to the room, and it just didn't look very good. So I added a little book to the thing in the middle, and I added some fairy lights, but they weren't very good because they didn't match. They matched, but they didn't sort of fit properly on the wall, and that annoyed me, so I tried to move them a bit, and it just didn't work. And then I tried to mix and match and add different types of stuff, and that didn't work. And I think I just added random stuff. And then I added some bits to this like cabinet thing, and I added a ball of dirty clothes on the floor to make it look like someone's living in it. And I went downstairs, I'm pretty sure, and I added some plants. I added a plant there, and I believe I added a plant near the dining room to sort of fill the awkward gap at the end of the corridor. And I put a little black mat underneath so it like wouldn't, I guess, leak water into the house. And why do I keep saying that? Why do I keep like dragging the and? And I just then added a little bin, and I saved it. And then I went into like live mode and had the girl come over and open the seed packets and plant some seeds. And at first everything was going well. This area was completely fine. Everything was really cute, you know, just building everything. For some reason I kept selling fruits and vegetables that I needed, but you know, that's fine. I don't know why I kept selling it. I think in my head I was like, ooh, I can only have a certain amount, and then I had lots of gaps, so that's fine. I was just trying to do it for the sake of the video. And she, you know, planted all the stuff. And as I say, all was good. She planted everything, she watered all the plants. But once she went inside, she was an idiot. So, you know, we can deal with that. You don't even need to deal with it. Some old granny came to the door, but we ignored her, because who cares? And then she watered all the plants. Maybe I didn't even film her going inside. Maybe I did, I don't know. I'm pretty sure I did film her going back inside and ruining everyone's life. So yeah, she finishes that, she goes inside, she looks at the fire, she starts making some dinner, and just watch. She literally burns the house down. Idiot.